Thank you. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to call this hearing to order and acknowledge that we're in Treaty 1 territory, the home and the traditional lands of the Ojibwe, the Cree, Dakota peoples, and the national homeland of the Red River Métis. Our drinking water comes from Shoal Lake 40 First Nation in Treaty 3 territory. My name is Ron Merritt. I'll be your chairperson this morning. Introducing the panel members via Zoom is Diane Knight and Mr. Richard Whitbread. Our recording secretary is Stephen Lunn, and representing the city from the assessment department is Mr. Singh. This morning we'll be hearing application for revision of the business assessment rule in accordance with the City of Winnipeg charter. The matters for which revision is requested has been described in each application, and we will limit discussions to those matters. The statements that are made at this hearing are sworn in testimony, and anybody speaking in these matters must be sworn in. Please be advised that comparisons of assessments of properties are not considered evidence of market value by the Board of Revision. The board is appointed annually by City Council and is independent, along with the city administration. We make our decisions based on the evidence provided at this hearing and issue a written order that will be mailed to all parties as soon as possible. Please note that the board decision in respect to application may be appealed to the Manitoba Municipal Board if the matter pertains to assessed value or classification, or to Court of King's Bench if the matter pertains to application from exemption from taxation. Should you wish to appeal, information on how to do so will be included in the board's order. In respect to the hearing this morning, I will confirm the points of appeal with your property be addressed with each applicant following the swearing in. We will then have the assessor's testimony followed by questions that the applicant may have, and then it'll be the applicant's testimony followed by questions. Each party will have the opportunity to summarize if they wish. Once all evidence about the application is brought forward, the applicant may leave. The process will repeat for each item on the docket this morning. The session will close after all applications have been heard, and the board will deliberate in private and make its decisions. You will receive the board's decision by registered mail as soon as possible. As information, all public hearings are live stream recorded and will be part of the public record. This morning we have items 1 to 7 on our docket. So, Mr. Lunn, can you affirm the assessor and the applicant's testimony? Thank you.
Mr. Assessor, please state your full name.
Armon Singh.
Do you affirm that the evidence you're about to give this hearing is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
Thank you. Mr. Applicant, please state your full name.
Ayrton Neufeld.
Do you affirm that the evidence you're about to give at this hearing is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do. And just to get it out there, I will just be following the assessor's recommendations for all properties today.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Neufeld.
Thank you.
We'll go to the first property, which is 830 Logan Avenue. Mr. Singh, I understand there's some recommendations on these properties, and as the applicant has testified, he will be accepting them. So, but you can read, we'll just go through them, read them into the rule, briefly describe them and how you got there, and then we'll proceed along. So, like I said, we will first deal with 830 Logan Avenue. Mr. Singh, the floor is yours, sir.
So this is file number 22-4694. Business ID 21753. The tenants are Superior Brake and Clutch Ltd. Premise ID is located at premise ID 15932. Address is 830 Logan Avenue. We have the premise area at 4,266 square feet. Base ARV per square foot is $12.69. The occupancy cost that we had was $9,172 for ARV of $63,300. Our recommendation is to reduce the ARV to $35,280 based on the board's decision on the realty, which was on page 3. They went with based on the evidence presented by the applicant. So page 5, you can see our workup with original rate of $12.69. We put the applicant's rate of $6, and we came out with a total ARV of $35,280. And page 6, you can see the applicant's rent, and page 7, you can see comparables from the realty brief, and that's the presentation.
I thank you, Mr. Singh. Mr. Newfield, are you in agreement with the recommendation by the city?
We are, thank you.
I thank you. Panel members, any questions in regards to the recommendation by the city and the acceptance?
I have one.
Go ahead, Richard.
Mr. Singh, in your revised workup, you moved the area, which you both agreed upon in your evidence, at 4266 square feet. You moved it to 4331 square feet. I know it's not a big change, but what is the correct square foot for this property?
So we have on our records 4,331 square feet. Obviously, we use different square footage for the realty briefs. And for the city of Winnipeg, we have 4,331 square feet. So if there is a reduction, they can always phone the city of Winnipeg, and we would send field officers to inspect the area.
Yeah, that would change the value slightly, wouldn't it, if it was the 4226? Mr. Neufeld, are you in agreement with that?
Yes, the 4331 was the number we presented. It was our measurement, I believe.
Oh, I had 4266 from you.
Yeah. Well, sorry. No, I'm just looking at it. Yeah.
You presented 4266.
Yes. So today we just went off of the online square footage, but in our realty brief on page 6, we did present 4331.
Okay.
So that would be an error today at my brief with 4266. It's just because
Thank you. No further questions, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Ms. Knight, do you have any questions?
I do not, thanks.
All right. I'm not going to call for summary at all, so we'll go to the next property, which is 575 Notre Dame Avenue. Mr. Singh, whenever you're ready, there's another recommendation, so the floor is yours, sir.
This is file number 22-4771. The bid is 55698. Tenants are Frank Motors. They're in the premise ID 18730. The address is 575 Notre Dame Avenue. The area is 8,050 square feet. Base ARV is $12.14. Occupancy cost is $17,308, and the ARV was $115,020. Our recommendation is to reduce the ARV to $89,760 based on the board's decision, which was to adjust the NOI to $67,905 with a cap rate of 9.4%. If you turn to page 5, you'll see the how we got to the revised assessment by using $9 per square foot, and with the cap rate, the board's recommended cap rate. If you turn to page 6, we put in the $9 per square foot. We came out to ARV of $89,760. And the last page is the comparable rents drawn from the realty brief presented at the realty hearing, and that's the presentation.
So the recommendation is $364,140.
So to my panel members, just noticing now that the briefs are labeled in the wrong order. So you should have the proper brief is item 6. So it's just mislabeled.
What was the
Mr.
property we're doing? Which property are we?
I was reading 575 Notre Dame.
Okay.
Oh,
The recommendation was $89,000 $760.
575 Notre Dame. The
Sorry, Mr. Chair, can we
recommendation,
take a recess because the briefs are mislabeled?
Yeah, I just figured that out. Yeah.
yes,
If we take a quick recess, I'll explain it to you and we can fix it.
okay, that's fine. Thank you, Stephen. We'll call the meeting back to order, and we're dealing with 575 Notre Dame. There's a recommendation that has been presented by the city of Winnipeg, and the recommendation is $364,140. And Mr. Newfield, who is the applicant, has accepted the recommendation. And
Sorry, that is 874 Marion. That would be
No, yeah.
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 For Notre Dame, we're looking at 89,760.
Yeah.
Right.
okay, wait a second here. Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
I get a lot of trouble if I accept that number on this one.
Mhm.
Okay. So
Mr. Singh, what was the price per square foot?
Price per square foot was $9. Oh,
Thank you.
so that's Marion.
so this is 575 Notre Dame Avenue.
Right.
I'm a little confused.
Do we need to take another recess?
No,
Okay.
no. Okay.
So the numbers that
So-
you wrote down under your one that says 874 Marion is actually 575 Notre Dame.
We're just switching the two items on the docket.
Okay.
The numbers inside the addresses are staying the same. It's the actual docket item that's being shifted.
All right.
Mhm.
So we just dealt with Marion Street then.
No, Notre Dame.
Notre Dame?
8,050 square feet at $12.14.
Okay, I got it here.
You got it
Okay.
there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is Marion. Okay. Panel members, were there any questions in regards to the rec?
I have none.
No,
Okay.
sir.
Okay. Do we go to 1520 Notre Dame Avenue now?
That's what I would recommend, Mr. Chair.
Okay, all right. Mr. Singh, the floor is yours.
This is file number 22-4685. Bid number 34365. Tenants are SRS Signs and Service. They're in premise ID 18916. The address is 1520 Notre Dame Avenue. We have a premise area of 8,952 square feet with a base ARV of $10 per square foot. We had the occupancy costs at $22,380, and then for ARV of $111,900. Recommendation is to maintain the ARV at $111,900 based on the board's decision of keeping the confirming the assessment value of the realty property. Page 5, you can see the comparables used in the realty brief for market rents for the that's the presentation.
I thank you. Mr. Newfield, questions?
No, thank you.
Ms. Knight,
No questions, thank you.
Mr. Whitbread,
Just one on the comparables, Mr. Singh. You've indicated that these are reported rental rates for vehicle service garages. That would, all 10 comparables would be vehicle service garages then?
Yes, all these comparables are vehicle service garages. We based it upon because the building used to be a auto repair shop before the tenants moved in, and they haven't really changed anything to the building other than putting in the signs and everything. So that's why they use the VSG comparables and the realty brief.
Okay, so even though the business is different, the premises are untouched from a vehicle service garage. Is that correct?
That is correct, but these comparables also were selected because, as you can see on the top, they're inferior properties. They may or may not have hoists. They rarely have pits. They tried to duplicate the premise of the 1520 Notre Dame Avenue. With their
Thank you very much. No further questions.
I thank you. Mr. Newfield, your presentation?
Nothing to add, thank you. Just request confirmation.
Mr. Singh, questions?
No questions.
Panel members, any questions in regards to Mr. Newfield?
Just in relation to, oh, sorry, Mrs.
Sorry.
Knight, you go ahead.
No, sir.
Okay, Richard, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm looking at the square footage, and Mr. Neufeld has indicated there's a mezzanine that is not rentable. This appears to be a single-story building, Mr. Neufeld. I couldn't tell by the photos where there would be a mezzanine in this building. Can you explain your differential a little bit? Because that affects the square footage by about 1,249 square feet.
Sure, yeah, I actually think there, if you look, okay, yeah. I think with this one, it was racking. They were calling essentially just metal racking as a mezzanine space, and it was this like tire storage would be similarly. I didn't look into it for today. I know we inspected this and had some, we did boil down the area in the past. I can't remember if there was agreement. All right, let me just 1 second here.
Because tire racking would certainly be rentable space as storage for the
No, it doesn't fit the BOMA standard.
Oh.
Rentable space requires people occupancy. You have to be able to put a desk up there, essentially, is kind of how they look at it. That would be, I mean, it's more shelving, if anything. And I think we've had 575 Notre Dame, actually. We had one where that was very similar. I'm just trying to see. Yeah, okay, so there is, maybe it's not clear in the picture. I'm looking at a different one. Hold on. There looks like there are second-story windows at some point. So that I'm mistaking it with another property. There's no racking. There is a sort of very, very tight mezzanine, and I think it's under 6 feet. I'm not really sure what it was used as, but it's not. You couldn't really stand up straight in it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Mr.
sorry.
Mr. Singh, have you visited this property?
Me personally, I have not. We had an assessor visit the property in 2018.
Thank you very much. No further questions, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. We'll go on to the next property, which is 1688 St. Matthews Avenue. Mr. Singh, whenever you're ready.
This is file number 22-4470. Bid number 5536. Canada Auto Co. Ltd. Premise ID is 7241. The address is 1688 St. Matthews Avenue. The premise area is 11,940 square feet. We have a base ARV per square foot of $11.43. Occupancy costs are $25,671 with a ARV of $162,120. Our recommendation is to reduce the ARV to $130,620 based on the board's decision, which was to adjust the NOI to 98,300 with a cap rate of 7.7%. Page 5 is the workup of the cap rate and the NOI with a $8.79 per square foot. And page 6 is the workup of $8.79 by 11,940 square feet. We come out to the ARV of 130,000 comparable market rents used in the realty brief. And that's the presentation.
Mr. Singh, that was it? Yeah.
Yeah, that was the presentation. Sorry.
Mr. Newfield, you're aware of the recommendation? Are you in agreement?
We are. I'm just wondering if I could ask a quick question, just to clarify.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Because I mostly based on 1520 Notre Dame. Are they today? Our property on St. Matthews is a vehicle service garage. Are we using the same comparables for that and 1520 Notre Dame? Are they modeled this similarly?
These are. Let me just check. So, like maybe one or two are the same, but the 1520 comparables were basically for that location because it was, as you can see on the top of 1520, there's inferior properties, may or may not have hoists, etc., really have pits and stuff. These are different comparables for 1688 St. Matthews, except maybe one or two.
Oh yeah, but it's like, are they, when the model kind of puts them out, are they using the same data sets for each other? And like I know, I'm aware that assessors will bring different comparables for their argument. I'm just wondering if the data set in the two are similar.
I can't answer that for sure. My best guess is that it is similar. They just filter out what, like the location, the NCAs, or the square footage and everything.
Okay, thank you.
Well, thank you. Ms. Knight, any questions in regards to the recommendation?
I do not. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Mr. Whitbread?
I have none, thank you.
Okay. We'll press on to another recommendation at 176 Watson Street. So, Mr. Singh, the floor is yours, sir.
It was file number 22-4485. Bid is 31493 with Blondie's Car Wash Ltd. There's 3, 4, 5 premises with premise ID 2739, 32451, 32452, 32453, and 32461. Including the total occupancy costs, we come up with, and the base ARV of the different premises and the areas, we come up with a ARV of $144,540. Recommendation is to reduce the ARV to $124,560. based on the board's decision of adjusting the NOI to $88,915 with a cap rate of 8%. Page 5, you can see the workup of the revised assessment. We've reduced the rents for old premises. For 8,063 square feet, you use $7.25. For 1,132 square feet, we used $8.15. For 1,250 square feet, we used $8. For 1,842 square feet, we used $5.60. And for 865 square feet, we used $8.32. Which comes to the revised assessment. And page 6 through 9 is the workup of the various rents to come up with the total ARV, the reduced ARV of $115,500. And page 9 is the rent comparables used in the realty brief. And that's the presentation.
I thank you. Mr. Newfield, are you accepting the recommendation by the city?
I am, yes, thank you.
All right. Thank you. Ms. Knight, any questions?
No, thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Whitbread?
Just clarification. Mr. Neufeld had 2 premises in his evidence. I know we haven't heard it, but you have 5 premises. What are the different premises you've got? He has a car wash and a laundromat. What else have you got in there, Mr. Singh?
The different premises we have, because I believe there's office areas and possible storage area. But again, I'm not too sure of those answers, but I believe there's those areas are there. I believe the applicant
Mr. Whitbread, are you satisfied with that, or is there still?
I didn't know he was finished.
Okay.
oh, okay.
Mr. Singh?
Oh, yes, I'm finished. Sorry.
Okay, because it does affect the occupancy costs, etc. So I'll have to accept that as a response. Thank you. No further questions.
I thank you. I think the next one would be 874 Marion Street, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Singh, whenever you're ready.
This is file number 22-4471, bid 2223, Eastside Collision Repairs Ltd. Premise ID is 3875. Address is 874 Marion Street. Premise area is 29,880 square feet. Base ARV is $12.25. The occupancy cost is $65,334 for ARV of $431,340. Recommendation is to reduce the ARV to $364,140 based on the board's decision of having a rental rate of $10 with a cap rate of 7.45%. Page 5, you can see the workup of the cap rate and the rental rate of $10, coming up with the revised assessment. Page 6, you'll find the workup of the rent, $10 by the area of 29,880 square feet for a total ARV of $364,140. And page 7 is rent comparables presented in the realty brief, and that's the presentation.
Thank you. Mr. Newfield, are you in agreement?
We are in agreement, yes. And if you want to make it 89,000 by mistake, by any chance, we would also be in agreement.
Good try.
There is no chance.
E for effort.
Ms. Knight, any questions in regards to the
No,
recommendation?
sir. No.
All right. Mr. Whitbread, any
No,
questions?
I'm fine, thank you.
All right. So we'll go to 1360 Kenniston Boulevard. Mr. Singh, the floor is yours.
This is file number 22-4657. Bid is 53891. This is the Pinnacle Collision Center in premise ID of 290266. The address is 1360 Kenniston Boulevard. The premise area is 18,933 square feet. The base ARV per square foot is $17.51. The total occupancy cost is $47,333, and the ARV is $378,840. Recommendation is to maintain the ARV of $378,840 based on the board's conclusion, which is to keep the original assessment. And page 5 is the rental comparables used in the realty brief. And that's the presentation.
Thank you, Mr. Singh. Mr. Newfield, questions of the assessor?
No, thank you. We will just be requesting confirmation.
Ms. Knight?
No, sir.
I thank you. Mr. Whitbread?
Mr. Singh, we see a reported rent, gross rent of $23.11 versus the overall ARV of $20.01. How much weight do you put on that $23.11?
You mean the $20.01 or?
The $23.11, which is the subject lease information that you provided. It's a 15-year lease starting in 2017. I understand this is an owner-occupied. It's not an owner-occupied. So do you not put any weight on that $23.11?
So this is an owner-occupied.
It says it's not.
Pardon?
It says it's not an owner-occupied.
The owners are Pinnacle Holding Corporation under the name of Pinnacle Collision Center.
Okay.
I suspect that's a book rent. That is, this is Mercedes-Benz's automotive body shop, I guess.
So it is owner-occupied, or is it leased out?
It would be between a holding company. So for all intents and purposes, owner-occupied.
Okay, because on Mr. Singh's evidence, it says owner-occupied, no.
Yeah, I think that it kind of happens often when there's a holding company. I think sometimes it is a lease between two different separate companies, so it becomes a bit hard to differentiate if it is owner occupied or not.
Okay. All right, I'm less clear, but I accept. Thanks, Mr. Newfield, for that clarification.
No problem. I tried.
I thank you. Mr. Newfield, your presentation or your comments, please.
No, none. Thank you. This was maintained at the realty level, so thank you.
So you're just seeking the confirmation.
Correct.
All right. Mr. Newfield, thank you for your presentations and results very soon. So thanks and have a good day.
Thank you.
Mr. Singh, thank you for your presentations. And I think that concludes your part here. So have a good day. We have heard all the items scheduled and this hearing is now adjourned. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you so much.
You want to take 5 minutes?
Good idea.
Okay.